Hi guys, David and David here from Payette.com and upphone.com, and in this video we're going to tell you about 5 common mistakes that most iPhone users make.
And the first one we're going to talk about is bad iPhone hygiene. So brush your teeth every day. You don't have to brush your iPhone every day, but it is important to once in a while get in there and clean out those ports, the charging port, the microphone, and the speakers.
And if you don't, sometimes, a lot of the time we see when people, their iPhone won't charge, it's really because there's just a bunch of stuff in the charging port that's the cable won't go in.
Right, it won't go in all the way, and sometimes people try to jam the cables in, and if your iPhone cable isn't going in all the way, or it's feeling like a little stuck in there, or you have to push it in, don't do that because you can end up damaging it.
Right.
So it's important to brush them out. Let's show them how to do it.
Brand new toothbrush. If you're a nerd, you have your anti-static brush, and you just kind of...
Toothbrush works just as well.
Get up in there a little bit,
Yeah.
Get the speakers. It's probably easier if you take your case off too.
That would be a good idea.
Yeah. There's also that little microphone on the back. You might just get that.
And you can brush out the front speaker, the earpiece speaker.
Absolutely. Here we go.
Up in there. Yep, be gentle, but you don't have to be too gentle, especially with the charging port. You can get in there. Don't use anything metal. Use an anti-static brush or a toothbrush.
Right. Toothpicks can also splinter off. Don't use those.
Tissues, other things. Yeah.
None of that. So the second mistake most iPhone users make is leaving all of their apps open.
Apps are supposed to go to sleep in the background of your iPhone when you're not using them. So you swipe up on the screen or you hit the home button and that app has a few seconds to go into standby mode. If that always happened perfectly, you would never have to close out your apps. Unfortunately, sometimes apps crash in the background of your iPhone and they don't shut down the way they're supposed to. I've seen apps stay at 100% CPU usage indefinitely because they didn't close the way they should using the instruments that you can on a Mac. You can measure that stuff. So we recommend closing out your apps. It's kind of like wearing your seatbelt in a car. You wear your seatbelt every time, not just because you're going to get in a crash that one time, but you just never know when the crash is going to happen. So it's a good idea to close out your apps.
So first, we'll open the app switcher. If your iPhone has a home button, double press the home button, swipe the apps up and off the top of the screen. If you have an iPhone with no home button, swipe up from the bottom to the center of the screen and just start swiping. There they go.
Yep. So
apps are closed.
Right. It's just a safety measure, and it's a good one.
So the next mistake that a lot of iPhone users make is leaving background app refresh on for too many apps.
Background app refresh allows certain apps to download content in the background of your iPhone when you're not using them. This is a good feature for apps like ESPN and sports apps where you always want it to be up to date. But for apps that aren't those types of apps, you can save your cell phone bill, and we're going to take a look at that setting. Let's get into background app refresh.
So we'll open the settings app. Scroll down and tap General, and then tap on Background App Refresh.
We recommend leaving Background App Refresh on, which is exactly the way to go. But then you can choose either Wi-Fi and cellular data, just Wi-Fi, or turn it off. I recommend choosing Wi-Fi because otherwise your iPhone is going to be using your cellular data plan to download content, and you don't really know how much it's going to use. It could be just downloading content all the time. So it's a battery killer, and it's a cell phone data killer.
Well, you don't want that. Double whammy.
It is.
So now we're just going to go look at the list of apps and which ones don't we need loading in the background all the time. I don't even use that app anymore. Instagram, I don't use that. Messenger, I don't use that.
Yeah.
There you go.
We can turn off most of the things in this list. For me, I leave on the Messages app. I leave on different apps that I do want to be up to date all the time.
Yes, so the next mistake a lot of iPhone users make is not deleting or offloading some of the apps they don't use anymore, and that can just take up a lot of storage space on your iPhone.
Right, so there's a really good way to check how much storage you're using and what apps are using the most storage. Let's head to Settings, and then we're gonna have to hit back. And then head to Storage, iPhone Storage.
Yep, there we are.
Yep, so this is gonna give you a breakdown of what's being used on your iPhone, mostly photos on David's iPhone, but if you scroll down, you can see the list of apps. And you might be surprised if you scroll up and find out that Twitter is using how much?
Wow.
1.87 gigabytes.
I also have Golf Clash.
All right.
I don't even play that game anymore.
Right, okay. So let's open up Golf Clash by clicking on that, tapping on that. And you can either delete the app or offload the app. If you offload the app, it saves the documents and data on your iPhone. So if you're going to be using this app again in the future and you want to save your games, for instance, or other data that's associated with that app, just offload the app and then you can download it again later. But if you are ready to get rid of the app completely, you can then delete the app here. What do you want to do, Dave?
I'm going to offload this app. I haven't played it in a while, but it's a fun game, and maybe I want to pick up where I left off. So I'm going to offload the app. It'll say, offloading Golf Clash will delete the app, but keep its documents and data. Excellent.
Yep.
That is exactly what I wanted.
And especially if you're running low on iPhone storage, this can speed up your iPhone and save battery life too.
Yep.
The last tip that we have, and the mistake that people make a lot, is forgetting to delete subscriptions. So a lot of the time people have multiple subscriptions going through iTunes like Netflix and Hulu and HBO, and they don't watch them anymore.
Right.
But there's an easy way to go in and see what you're subscribed to and then get out of that.
So we'll go back to the main page of the settings app, tap back to general, back to settings. And then what's the next move?
We're gonna go all the way up to the top and tap on your name.
There we are.
And then we're gonna tap iTunes and App Store.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can tap on your Apple ID itself.
Yep.
And then tap View Apple ID.
Absolutely.
It's a few steps, huh?
Gonna enter my password here. Sign in.
All right. Now
All right.
you can choose subscriptions.
Yep. Come on. There we go.
Takes a second to load. And here are David's subscriptions that he can then choose to cancel if he wants to.
I actually just recently canceled my ESPN Plus subscription. I bought it a long time ago because there's one event that I wanted to watch. And then I forgot to delete it. And then every 3 months I'd be like, oh, there's another event I want to watch. I guess I'll just keep it for the next week.
Right.
And I kept forgetting.
Right.
And I finally just unsubscribed from that. I'm still currently subscribed to Apple Music. If you want to cancel your subscription, tap on the subscription and then just tap cancel subscription.
Yep, it's cool. You can change the type of subscription that you have.
Yep.
I think that a lot of people just leave these subscriptions alone because they think that they're difficult to reactivate. Maybe they don't know about this screen. But I think a smart move for people is to sign up for a subscription. Let's say it's Hulu, it's 30 days or whatever.
Yep.
Pay your 30 days and then immediately unsubscribe. So then it's not going to renew the next month, but there might be a week between the end of month 1 and the beginning of the second month you've used it. So now you haven't paid for Hulu for 7 days that you didn't need to pay for. Because every day that goes between the day you get billed and the day you first use a thing is wasted money.
Yep.
Really, these things should just automatically cancel themselves every month and then renew when you start watching them again, but that wouldn't be good for business.
And it's always incredibly easy to just reapply for a subscription. They don't make it difficult to sign up. They make it a little bit more complicated to delete your account.
Right.
Yeah, but to sign up is super easy. And if I really wanted to, I could get back on ESPN Plus in 30 seconds and be all set.
Yeah, because they already got your info. They'll make it real easy to sign up.
Yes. So those are 5 iPhone mistakes that most iPhone users make. Thank you guys for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed. Leave us a comment down below. Are there any other common mistakes that we've missed in this video? And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more great iPhone videos.